As the Queen gears up for Platinum Jubilee celebrations, Prince Harry was advised to get started for the launch of his memoir. According to royal expert Neil Sean, the Duke of Sussex, whose memoir is set to publish in 2022, will have to do something. "Let's not forget, he does have to do something to sell the book," he said. Sean said that people should expect a lot of media attention for the promotion of his memoir. While there is no itinerary for the promotion, Sean said that Harry could be gearing up for a TV appearance, adding that publishers may want Harry to be able to show a fun side in order to get his book selling. Meanwhile, royal correspondent Peter Hunt claims that the upcoming release of Prince Harry's bombshell memoir threatens to cause a huge amount of hurt to the royal family. He was quoted saying, "I think there is no way it will because he promised for it, his memoir, to be a truthful account. He clearly has a huge amount of hurt around how his exit from the royal family was handled, and I think he will detail the breakdown of his relationship with his father." Remember, in the Oprah interview, he talked about his father not returning his calls, the breakdown of his relationship with his brother William, and various other details about it. Before concluding, he also claimed, "I think at some point, the institution may reflect on how it could have handled it differently." In addition, he confirmed that either you are pro-Harry or pro-William, and there doesn't seem to be much room where you could navigate a path through whereby you can accept there may have been fault on both sides, where they could have reached different accommodation. "And I do think history will judge that the institution could have done more not to jettison them in the way that they are now jettisoned." During the course of the interview, he also spoke of Prince Charles' royal roles and pointed out how, "I don't think he has one at the moment. I think that's part of the tragedy. As you rightly say, lots of family go through this, they just don't have the misfortune of going through it discussed by people like you and I in detail and in many other places, but I do think he does have a role, and I think it's clear he has a pretty bad split between him and his son Harry." Furthermore, Mr. K said, "I think the difficulty for Prince Charles, every time now Harry opens his mouth, he seemed to chip away at his father's credibility. This must be undermining their relationship. They have on the horizon the prospect of Harry's autobiography or memoir. We don't know what's going to be in it. But we do know he has spent some time digging into his mother's relationship with his father. They must be dreading the publication of that book and what it will mean." He continued, "We're edging closer to the Prince of Wales becoming monarch, and every time these embarrassing situations erupt with his son, it reminds people about why they have had problems with the prospect of Charles as king." The book is also expected to detail the impact of his mum Princess Diana's death when he was so young. Mr. K argued this is another topic Prince Charles would prefer to avoid so close to his coronation. Mr. K added, "He's done his level best over the last 15-20 years to try and rededicate himself to his future subjects, but there are obviously difficulties. People still haven't forgiven or forgotten the Diana years, and Harry's constant reminder about the past makes this a really tricky transition period for Charles."